decides if the servant is doing well or not. And the Lord's servant will do well because the Lord helps him do well.
There it is. Talking to my mother again, and it's not like we talk a lot, but mothers have those words that just zap you. You know what I mean? So we're talking about somebody one time, and I went, Mom, I think it was about an employee. You have no idea what he did, how, I'm going to say the word, how stupid it was. And here's Mother's response. And whose creation is he? Zap! But why would God make him this way? To show you your faults. She was a teacher for 37 years. She's still teaching her son. You see, we have no excuse. None. Criticism is never done in love. Criticism is never done as a conversation because it's one person giving their opinion of that other person with no view of their good. I hate when the Lord, when I get involved in the sermon. Okay? This happened just this morning. The goat is once again Bill Richards. Criticism is sin. Criticism comes easily. Here's how easy it can come. You see these bulletins? We print them off. Okay? And then, this is very important. And it's usually me. I would say 80% of the time it's me printing them off. And then I put books on them so they're nice and flat. So that when you get them, they are pressed and they look good. Warren gives me another 3 cents if they're not. But it's a thing with me, and I'm very picky, I admit that. This morning, I go to get them because I was busy in the tractor yesterday. Rebecca did this for me. And I get there, and instead of being like this, nice and flat, and I bet I've done this about 200 times. I get there this morning and it's like this. And bear in mind that sermon's on criticism, okay? Just so you know. And I look at it and I go, of course, the first thing that pops into my mind is, the sermon's on criticism, Bill. Keep your mouth shut. As I walk to the upstairs, where my wife is doing her thing, and I say, as Miriam did, have you seen the bulletins? Yes, I put them, I did them, I said them.
Stop it, stop it.
Perceived faults with another's view, with no view of good in mind. It wasn't that she did it while I was fertilizing. It wasn't that she tried to do it right. All I could see was this. How, and I remember walking back going, just keep criticisms of sermon today. All I kept thinking was, how could you do that? What comes in a person's mind to put the book the wrong way? I couldn't figure it out. It was impossible. And then I went, once again, you are the dummy for the sermon this morning. It is so easy to find fault. Okay, it wasn't that if she wouldn't have done it, I would have done it in the middle, it would have been really late, it wouldn't be as good. But I was so bent out of shape because the half was looking like this. Go back to Cuba, right? Criticism makes us feel better. Criticism makes us feel superior. Criticism is sin. Get rid of it. Each and every one of us will have a temptation next week to sin. How many of us will remember this sermon and say, whoops, no. Because what it does is it separates me from God. What it does is it hurts the other person. What it does is sin. Remember Jesus? They bring the adulteress to the temple outside in the court. They never tell you where the guy is. It's the woman that gets dragged up to the court. And what do the Pharisees say to Jesus? This woman was what? Caught in adultery and shall be stoned. It's like they're like, well, we're just taking care of business here, Jesus. And Jesus is down, remember? He's writing in the dirt. Oh, they've preached sermon upon sermon about. What's he writing about? He's scratching in the dirt, it says. And some pastors say, or some people that interpret it say, well, he's writing down their sins. Others say something else. That's not the important thing. What's Jesus say? Let you who is without sin cast the first stone. Was I without sin when I cast that first stone at Rebecca Golden?
Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
Every one of us has the ability by the power of God inside of it to stop criticizing. When you feel that urge that you must tell them, this person, this. That's what he hung on the cross for you for. When you feel like you'll make them a better person by sharing this with them, that's why he died. So that you won't live. When you feel like you have to do it, it's just, how can anybody put the thing on wrong? I've done it all these times, I've never put it on this way. Who created it? Who am I? We know criticizing anyone at any time ruins your relationship with God. That's enough, isn't it? Amen.
Believer.